in Memphis, Tennessee right now. We live on a huge river. Does anybody know, that would be a really tough question, what the river is in the middle of the city where Memphis, Tennessee is?
The Ohio River?
Almost. So you're about to get to that one. Right. The Mississippi River. The Mississippi River. Very, very good. That's a tough question. The Mississippi River runs through the middle of our city and makes everything in our city work. Now that's one thing that we're going to bring for us from Memphis, Tennessee to Cincinnati, Ohio, is we're coming to another river town. We're coming to another city that was built on the river. Does anybody know what the rivers are here? Now's your time.
And the Ohio River.
Perfect. And there are a few others too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else know?
It connects to the Mississippi.
It does. You're right. So you could get on a boat and you could go to Memphis, Tennessee, couldn't you? Or to New Orleans. Or all the way on. Anybody else know?
San Diego.
San Diego. Eventually, maybe go to the Panama Canal and come all the way around. Maybe you'd get there. Right? So we've got that in common, coming from Memphis, Tennessee to Cincinnati. But you know what else we have in common? We have 2 art museums. And we have artists. And we have second graders. We have so many things that are connected. Now, so many artists over time have thought about these same things because artists move too, and they look for those same kind of comfort, right? They get nervous, and they look for that same kind of comfort, so they look for those things that help them through it. So I'm going to look at a picture that was made by an artist.
Would it help if I turned the lights on?
Yeah, that would be great, if you don't mind. I'm going to look at a picture that's here. It's made by an artist. Doesn't matter where he's from. Doesn't even matter what his name is. Right? I just want you to look at the picture for just a minute. This one right here. I want somebody to raise your hand and tell me one thing you see in this picture. Let's see, who have I not heard from in the back right here?
Horses.
Horses. Let's see. Where? Here. All right, so we've got horses. So we're going to think about what that might mean in just a minute. Yeah.
Cowboy.
A cowboy. Where do you see a cowboy? This guy?
Yeah.
Right here? Maybe? All right, let's think about that. Yeah.
A river.
A river. Where's the river? Show me where it is.
Right here where the cowboy's standing.
Maybe, or maybe if we look, let's think about this for a minute.
Over there.
It looks like a river. What makes you think it's a river?
Because it's blue.
Because it's blue.
And I think those black spots over there are the fish.
But artists don't always make things the color they look in real life. Let's think about it for a minute. Does anybody see another place there might be a river?
Right over there.
Up here?
Uh-huh.
Why? Why is that a river?
Because it's like blue.
Well, it's the color. What do you see? Do you see something on that river? Over here, number 04.
Color.
Color. What else? Right up front here.
Because there's boats and water.
Oh, we're getting somewhere now, right? You see some boats along here? Anybody see this thing right up here? What do you think that is?
Boats.
What do you think that is, Marie?
Towers.
The tower's coming from what? Wherever you have a river, what else do you need? Yeah.
House.
A place to live, but what else do you need?
A bridge.
Oh, you gotta raise your hand. What else do you need if you have a river? How are you gonna get across the river? A bridge, right. So we got this bridge going right across here. So this artist saw this. Does this look like a photograph to you?
Yeah.
Really?
We talked about photographs, real life pictures this week in the story My Family, right?
Right.
Is this something that we take a picture of?
No.
What do they do?
Paint it.
Painted it, right? So they made it differently. But when the artist saw this, this isn't what it looks like to your eyes. It isn't necessarily what it looks like in a photograph if you took your camera and tried to take a picture of it. actually, the artist looked at it and he said, I'm going to use this, what it looks like, and trying to make something a little bit different from it. I'm going to try and use creativity as I go through here. And he said, you know what, this right here, this little road right here, I can make it blue. It might not be blue, but I'm going to make it blue because that's what my picture is going to have. It's going to be different. Or he said, this person right here, look at that crazy person. What's he doing?
Running.
Maybe he's running, maybe he's standing,
Jogging.
maybe jogging. Could be. He said, but I'm just going to make little legs and arms, and I'm going to make it look like if you stand back far enough, excuse me, stand back far enough, it looks like a person.
Look at shadow.
Look at the river. The river looks exactly like the road almost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the artist thought about it, maybe he said, well, you put cars on a road, you put boats on a river, right? And he thought, that's how I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it differently, right? So remember when you're thinking about doing your art projects, it doesn't always have to look like it looks in a photograph. It can look like something that your mind is telling you is a creative way of changing it. You can make it different. It doesn't have to just look like it looks in life. Can we go to did you have the other one pulled